Hello there, this is Ian. This is a short video, about 4 minutes, of a couple of very early on flights I made with a new 625mm hexacopter that I just finished building, and did some early tuning, got some more work to do, but I thought I'd just show how the video turned out on this particular copter. The video and the gimbal are a Foxeer Box 2 is the camera, and the gimbal is an aluminum and carbon fiber hybrid that I made myself out of bits and pieces that I bought from China. A couple of things here I'll point out. One is that it's running 2.7K at 60 frames a second, and you can see there the first thing that's very obvious is that doing these kind of fairly rapid jerky pans, the video doesn't break up as it does at 30 frames a second. Also, it's running 2.7K, and you can see again how the basic image quality is quite improved. The general control of the gimbal is excellent. I've still got some work to do, I think, on tuning both the PIDs of the copter as well as of the gimbal. And there are a couple of little shakes here and there that I think are to do with the isolation dampers on the gimbal itself. But in general, I'm very pleased with it. And again, you can see here a general idea of the image quality of the Foxeer Box 2. And again, another example of me doing way too rapid yaw motions for cinematography, but certainly it shows up that the camera itself and the gimbal are dealing with this kind of motion quite well. This is the end of the first flight. It flies for about 15 minutes on the current battery, but I shortened this down to about 2 minutes. It's coming down doing an RTL, an RTH, and you can see how smooth in general the video looks as it comes into a landing. So now again we're going to take right off again, and in part 2 just a little bit more of the same. Again, you can see how the horizon stays beautifully horizontal under all circumstances. One of the things that you'll also probably notice, I think, in this part of the video, that there are a few motions there where you'll actually see an arm appear in the video where I did a backward motion, braking, and then went forward again, and the horizon does not move noticeably at all. The gimbal does a super job. For those that are interested, the gimbal controller is a Storm 32, which works really quite nicely. The whole gimbal camera assembly on this quad weighs about 300 grams, and the copter in flying mode is just a shade over 2 kilograms. This hexacopter is based upon a Turner G frame, uses 6 DJI Phantom 4 motors and props, and it's running a Storm 32 gimbal controller with the mechanics that I built myself out of a Chinese kit, plus some carbon fiber parts. And here's another example where I think you might be able to detect some of the artifacts that are, I think, coming from the damping isolation balls on the gimbal, where you get these little shakes where something gets them oscillating a little bit, and you see shimmers in the image. I'll have to fix that. Again, here it is coming in to land, and you can see once again the relatively smooth behavior of both the copter as well as the gimbal as it comes in to land. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video.